This show is called Between Instinct and Reason. And thematically, it's something I've dealt with in different ways for a long time. But now I've got the embodiment of instinct in the mermaids and in the way that they are known to be tempting to sailors to the point that the sailors wound up dead. They are the most attractive, most appealing thing. You can't help but go toward them, even though going to be with them means your own death. I have a past of drug addiction, and I'm always looking for metaphors to try to describe what that's like. I like to paint something that might come from imagination, but in the end it really looks real. And for me, that's because I've actually brought it into being on some level in the studio. So I'll make maquettes, and these are tabletop little models of what I see as landscapes. So in the case of the mermaids behind me, they've got these lollipops, meringues, ice cream. Then I've got the models themselves in the studio. And it's a matter of combining these different elements to make the picture that I'm thinking of in my head and to make it look as real as possible. You know, ever since I was an art student and got to know the history of European painting, I realized it's all governed by this kind of pantheon of symbolic entities. I got into thinking about what is our common language of symbols now. You know, we don't all know Greek mythology, or we're not all involved in religion. From that, in the last 10 years or so, I've really moved toward, I guess you could say, more open-ended American kinds of mythology. So we've got the American cowboy, which is one of my favorites. Now you have a figure like the unicorn. The unicorn is willful, dangerous, it's killing people. It can only be tamed by a virgin woman. So it has this kind of historical baggage. In American culture, we tend to go through a process of defanging the mythologies of the past. So in The Mermaid, for example, you get something like The Little Mermaid, or almost a My Little Pony kind of version of the unicorn, pink and sparkly and docile. And so now when I come into this, I like that duality. I like the fact that these are very contradictory thoughts, and I can pick and choose myself like which ones to bring in. And I always like to look at the things that are very much two very different things at the same time. The mermaid is at the same time the most appealing possible entity, and also in mermaid history, potentially the most dangerous, and she's a psychopath.